Alright, so I was just doing some routine maintenance on the Explorer, basically changing the oil in it. And I'd forgot the last time I changed the oil, I noticed the oil pan gasket here was leaking. And you can see the telltale signs because it's wet right here at the bottom of the oil pan, and it's dripping right here off the back of the front of the transmission. So to fix that, I need to replace the pan gasket. And if you look right here on the front, it's dry as can be, and it's just wet at the back. So what I need to do is I need to go in here and I need to take that pan down and change the gasket. Now to do that, first I had to go get another gasket. So this is the gasket, got it from O'Reilly's. It is a Fel-Pro. That is the part number there, 30687, and it is the lower pan gasket. So I'm gonna pop that off real quick. You'll notice it has a rubber ring around it. That means you don't need to use any silicone or anything on it. You just pull the old one off and clean it, put this one in, bolt it back together, torque it down, you should be good to go. So I'm gonna change that because I just got through draining the oil in this thing, and I already replaced the oil filter. But before I put oil in it, I'm gonna take the bolts out, drop the pan, clean it, put the new gasket on it, tighten it up, and then put in the fresh 5 weight 30 synthetic Valvoline oil that I like to run in this thing. And then hopefully that'll fix that. It'll be all tuned up, ready to go. Let's see. There will be some residual oil, so make sure you got your catch pan ready. When you pop it loose, just tilt it down like so, and then let it drain. You can easily work it over the sway bar here, turn it sideways, and then down like this, and there you go. And now you'll be able to see the bottom of the engine. Let me clean my hand up here. I'll get my light. So that is what they call the bottom gasket. And you can see the pickup tube there. And if we look in the screen, it looks nice and clean, which is what we want. No debris in the screen where the oil picks up. That looks great. So now what we'll do is I'll get a rag and we'll clean up the bottom of that really good. Then we'll change that gasket out really quick and then put it back together. I'll check the torque specs real quick, what it should be torqued to. So many ooga-doogas, they call it nowadays, or so many inch-pounds. Probably not foot-pounds on this motor, probably inch-pounds. But if I had to guess foot-pounds, probably no more than about 10 pounds of torque. And we'll slide it back together and put oil in it. So it's not too hard. Like I say, the biggest thing is trying not to make a mess on your floor. Alright, now once your oil pan's clean of oil, I always take some brake parts cleaner, spray it real good, get all the oil off, and take a rag and wipe any residue off. Once you have everything like you want, then you take a razor blade, go in here, cut your gasket out. You don't want to bend it. Pull it out real easy like this. And then we're going to just basically match up the holes. And you'll notice on this particular pan, it only goes on one way. And we have these nice little bumpers here that actually pull through and actually secure it in place for us. And again, you don't need any silicone on either side. And you push these bumpers through, and that lets you know the bumpers go through down the bottom, and stick out the bottom of the pan. And then we put those through and stick it back together. And you just want to make sure your area that you're about to put it up on, you wipe it down again, there's no residual oil in place. Stick it back up, and then we'll tighten it down, and we have a brand new gasket in place, ready to go. So I'll push these down. You just basically push them down with your hand till they're flush and get them all in place, and you're ready to go. So that's all there is to it. Now just put all the bolts back in place and tighten them up like I thought, between 8 and 10 foot-pounds of torque, and we'll be ready to go. Put oil in it, and this part of the project will be done. All right, I'll catch you up in a minute. So to cap this video off, oil pan's nice and dry now. Change the oil, everything works great. Problem resolved. Pretty easy mod if you want to do it at home. You don't have to pay anybody else to do it. Hope you enjoyed the video.